So I finally got to see Marvel's Black Panther, and I have to say it was a very, very entertaining movie. It's something that you should take your kids, your family members to go see. It is nothing too violent. It is actually an enjoyable family film. It has some very positive messages and vibes for everybody to enjoy. Uh, One of the things I really enjoyed with the story is how at the very beginning it kind of told us the backstory without taking too long to explain things, and it just starts right off from there. Very, very easy to follow plot. Like I said, I won't go too much into this. I'll follow it up in a spoiler filled review later on. But you know, uh, Michael B. Jordan's character, who played Killmonger, had a very relatable reason why he wanted to do what he wanted to do. And the King of Wakanda, T'Challa, he had to do what he had to do, and it all made perfect sense. One of the things I liked was that it made everybody involved had their particular roles to play. Some were a little bit more contrived than others, but everybody had a role. Everybody followed through. There was nobody left behind. Um, and no, I mean very few plot points you couldn't miss out. So it was a little bit over 2 hours long. Didn't feel like it. Got a little slow at points, but it kept the action going. There was plenty of humor, but not too much. One of the things I was not a huge fan of with Iron Man 3 and even Thor Ragnarok to a bit was that they tried to throw a joke every few seconds, and it didn't need to be that way. And in this particular movie, they really, really hit the humor when it needed to be. And I have to say, I would have no problems going to see this movie again. So, a few thoughts I had that I really did have an issue with. It was obviously that a few times that they kind of relied on the CGI just a little too much. And what I mean by that is it it started to look a little bit cartoony when the main characters are fighting. At the end, where T'Challa and Killmonger are fighting, it was obvious that it was CGI characters, and it just kind of didn't look real, look kind of hokey. But I mean, that's a very, very small error in the overall movie. Um, the acting was great. Chadwick Boseman played well. Uh, Michael B. Jordan played his roles well, and we even had some awesome acting from Martin Freeman, who we all know played Bilbo in the Hobbit movies, as well as the other guy who played his name escapes me, but he played Gollum in the Lord of the Rings movies as well as the Hobbit movies, and they all did an exceptional job. We also got to see Angela Bassett, and even Forrest Whitaker played a good role. So, would I give my recommendation for this movie? I would give an absolutely yes. Uh, Take the family, take your friends. I mean, everybody's already seen it anyway. I would say just go see it again because it was an incredibly fun movie to watch. Um, I will have to say, probably one of my other biggest detractors from the movie was, you had Wakanda, and they're flying in from the outside, and the city, looks like a technological marvel. You see, monorails, you see things flying around. I mean, this is looking like a, sci-fi, you know, advanced technology city, and then as everywhere they go in the city looks like a village. So yeah, sky high, skyscrapers, and everything looked like a very almost Buck Rogers, 25th century. Everything looked futuristic and awesome. But as soon as they land and start walking around, it looks like a village. And it's like okay, um, this doesn't quite make much sense. But but other parts they had the labs and other part and more scientific areas. But I'm like, okay, if you have the monorail and it does have a huge plot point later on, or has a huge effect to a plot point later on, where's everybody going if it's a huge village? So anyway, but action scenes were good. Incredibly good martial arts. Um, there's a few things I nitpicked there, but that's just who I am. Anyway, what were your thoughts on Black Panther? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Would you go see it again? I would. I definitely would. Uh, so, anyway, if you like what I said, hit the like button. If you want to hear more of my movie rants, hit that subscribe and notification button. I'm going to provide a spoiler filled review later on today, possibly. Um, so I'll talk to you later. Peace.